When Trump nearly died in a helicopter crash? Not happened. In a news conference, the former president and former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown recounted a near-death experience. Some parts of the story are questionable. Former President Donald J. Trump revealed a shocking anecdote on Thursday about nearly dying in a helicopter ride with Willie Brown, Kamala Harris's ex-boyfriend from California. Only one issue plagued the plot. Maybe two. Maybe three. The helicopter trip didn't carry the famous former San Francisco mayor. Jerry Brown, a California governor, was not Willie Brown. Governor Gavin Newsom, who was aboard the flight, said there was no emergency landing and the helicopter's passengers were never in danger. A spokeswoman for former California Governor Jerry Brown stated, "There was no emergency landing and no talk about Kamala Harris." "I call utter BS," Mr. Newsom laughed. During a news conference at his Mar-a-Lago club in Florida, Mr. Trump gave a misleading answer to a reporter's question about Ms. Harris's past relationship with Willie Brown and whether it affected her career. They dated in 1994 and 1995 while she was a prosecutor in Alameda County, which encompasses Oakland, and he was California State Assembly Speaker and appointed her to 2 state boards. He married Blanche Brown, but they've lived apart for years. "Well, I know Willie Brown very well," Trump said. "I actually went down in a chopper with him." He told a dramatic story of a near-death experience and politically useful death gossip. "We feared maybe this was the end," Trump stated. "We were in a helicopter going somewhere together when there was an emergency landing. It was a rough landing. And Willie he was a little concerned," Trump said. "I know him well. I haven't seen him in years. He told me nasty things about her. I suppose this is what you're saying. But he was crucial to Kamala's fate. But he may have changed his mind. She wasn't his favorite at the time. At his downtown San Francisco lunch hangout, Sam's Grill, Mr. Brown, 90, denied the report on his smartphone after Mr. Trump's news conference. He denied riding in a chopper with Mr. Trump. He had never nearly died in a helicopter. He remained a staunch Harris backer. Mr. Brown, who wrote a weekly column in the San Francisco Chronicle until 2021, laughed, "You know me well enough to know that if I almost went down in a helicopter with anybody, you would have heard about it." Although Ms. Harris abandoned their relationship nearly 3 decades ago, Mr. Brown said he had always supported her. "No hard feelings," he said. Mr. Trump, Jerry Brown, 86, and Mr. Newsom, then governor-elect of California, surveyed Camp Fire damage in Paradise, Sierra Nevada foothills north of Sacramento, by helicopter in 2018. Mr. Newsom vividly remembered the event. "I was on a chopper with Jerry Brown and Trump, and it didn't fall down," Mr. Newsom, 56, said in an interview. He said Mr. Trump had often mentioned crashing. He said that Ms. Harris, with whom Mr. Newsom had a friendly rivalry, was not aboard the chopper. "We talked about everyone else, but not Kamala," he laughed. President Trump's news conference was an act of desperation due to Ms. Harris's momentum, according to Mr. Newsom. Not their helicopter trip, but Mr. Trump's visit to the charred forest with then-Governor Brown and Mr. Newsom made headlines. Instead, Mr. Trump, 78, blamed the inferno on too many fallen, dead tree limbs and suggested raking the forest floors to solve California's wildfire problem in a news conference after arriving at the scene. "It was back when we made raking the forest great again," Mr. Newsom added.